One more. One more.
Oh, is she doing one more loop? One last shot through, or one last time in this apartment? Skynet might not have made the wrong choice. I don't know. I am pretty antagonistic towards anyone who thinks we need a hard reset. Mainly because that really discounts a lot of people just doing very normal things in the world. And a handful of people causing real problems. The world needs changing, but like a clearance isn't it. It's not going to be that easy, and doing a reset, it doesn't always necessarily mean that it is going to be better. Keep taking your place. Oh.
Sometimes your backpack isn't big enough.
That's how it goes.
Ah, the whale.
Isn't it strange?
Every generation complains about the next generation, but I'm talking about ours making sure that we do well enough for this next generation, Nameless Kingdom. I'm not calling out the Zoomers. I'm saying, are us millennials doing enough to make the next world better? To a certain extent, I would almost argue that the millennials haven't even had their chance. I mean, it's wild to think about. But, and you know, I promise I'm not going to dig too deep politically here, but like, even Harris in our upcoming presidential election feels way younger and of a different breed than the previous candidates, if you would. But even she is from the boomer generation. They still have the reins of this society, of the world that we live in. And I don't think Gen X is really going to get a chance. I think the boomers just lived too long. But at this point then, is it then when do we get our shot? Or did we already miss it? I don't know. It just makes me think a lot. Like we're kind of a battle-hardened generation when it comes to, you know, big events in the world and trying to kind of push through. It catches me. You know, it's an interesting point here.
I've never actually been here before.
You're being awfully pessimistic. No, it's not that I think we've missed our chance, I guess, so much as should we be doing more now? Does that make sense? Like, should we already be doing what we can? Gen X is 1965 through 1979. Gotcha.
But everything in my body tells me
You have.
it's home.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue. I'm ready to see my sisters now. They can't wait to see you. Secretary? Yes, Watcher. Lights out.
I think what's messing with me is that all these clones of a high school girl look like they're all in their 20s, and they're like, our generation's too old. We need the new generation to come in and save it. I'm like, oh God, I feel older than they are. Oh no. If that makes sense. What's 88 and 97? Millennials.
Watcher? Watcher.
What did I say?
She pulled me in, man. Secretary, you tell her.
About communions.
I couldn't stop her.
Can Secretary even talk to them? I don't even know. Have we ever confirmed that Secretary can be heard by anyone else?
Did you at least get to talk to her?
I did.
Did she say anything about us?
She didn't have a chance.
Watcher.
That's it then. Oh no.
The train's broken for good, and we can't sit here any longer. We have to go on foot.
I understand that you disagree, MJ Evans, but keep in mind, generations aren't necessarily about when you were. Like the notion of the generation isn't necessarily about when you were born so much as where did you come into your prime of life. That's why 1997 is the cutoff for millennials, because they are coming into consciousness at the turn of the new millennium, right? That is the energy of what they are trying to capture, if that makes sense. The 90s kids, if you will. Hey, Isair.
Watcher. Do you hear that? We're going for a walk.
Yeah, that's why like Gen X is like 80s kids, even though Gen X was like, the 60s to the 70s. Sorry, not success, to be clear. There's a difference between success and becoming aware of the world, right? If that makes sense.
We're not taking a body with us.
No, that's not right.
We're not carrying a corpse around.
She's right, baby.
I can carry her. Let me carry her.
No one is carrying her. I'm not asking for your opinion. We leave her behind, or we'll end up just like her.
Fixer,
What?
you're a cold bitch.
Yeah.
Tell someone who cares.
Secretary, you shouldn't be intruding upon this. I get that's how we're hearing this conversation, but dude, read the room.
You little motherfucker. Don't worry. I won't let them touch you ever again.
She's gonna burn this thing, isn't she? Yup. I figured. Girl, you gotta get out of there, though. Okay, there we go. And to be clear, by the way, yeah, too, like, I'm a millennial, and I have not felt like I was really that in control of my life until I hit my 30s. So, for all you folks out there, like, oh man, I should be an adult. What's going on? I don't know what's happening to myself. Yeah, no, it took me a long time. My local radio station always gave me a line, something to the effect of, they said something to the effect of, your 30s are like middle school of adulthood. Don't worry, we're happy to get you through this awkward time. And you know what? It wasn't until I hit my 30s that I realized, yeah, no, actually, that is still about right. You still feel that. Anyway. Chapter 8 done. Thought that was your 20s? No, your 30s. 20s is your elementary school. You're coming to your own. You're finding you're into a whole new world. You're meeting new people. You're breaking away from being at home all the time. And then once you hit your 30s, you're like, oh no. Oh no. They're starting to take me more seriously now. Where in the world are we? So we abandoned the train. We torched Watcher's cabin, which I think was probably the right move. BBF?
BB. I'm here if you need me.
Girl. Why did she burn Watcher? Watcher was dead. Watcher was dead, and the last thing that Fixer wanted was Noah or anyone else having an opportunity to deal with her in any sort of way, shape, or form. She wanted the last word. She wanted the last sort of departure. And I think that was honestly the humane thing to do. I think that was the correct choice.
Hey, how are you holding up?
Huh. Come to pick on me?
Also, yes, all sisters must burn.
I wanted off that train. But walking all the way? This is more exercise than I've done in years.
Girl, you look good for... Well, I mean, I guess she doesn't eat anything, so...
Honestly, I'm more worried about BB. She's not taking this well.
I know, I already tried talking
could
to her.
talk to her.
I wouldn't.
What is this place?
Fixer told me about it once. Said she found it while she was on the run, hiding on the tracks. Don't know much else.
She used that line already.
The Jows, Chris, and the others. Are they meeting us here?
They better be. I'm not walking another step on those tracks.
Are you doing okay?
Me? I thought I would be relieved. That we don't have to take care of her anymore. That her suffering is over.
Right.
Don't worry. I'll be fucked up later. Just wait and see.
The adrenaline's still going. I get it. As soon as that wears off, absolute dread for months. Great. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm here, if you need me.
Well, after everything Watcher told you, do you think she was at peace?
I'm gonna be honest with her. No. I don't think she was. She was able to say her goodbye in her own way, but it really wasn't. She was not ready.
Maybe now is not the best time. Maybe I don't want to know right now. You go on ahead. I need to catch my breath.
I'm gonna try one more with BBF. Posture check. You guys are just redeeming it all today. Why all at once? Yes, you're right, by the way. I do owe a sad animal fact. That is true. The Triforce of Wellness. Are you well? Friends, did you know, according to the Book of Sad Animal Facts, worms have 5 hearts? And the worm says, and no one to love. That's your sad animal fact of the day. BBF don't want to talk. All right. That's fine. Up we go. Oh, no.
Bodies. Hello.
Wait. Are these still from... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. These have been dead for a... Oh, the smell must not be good. The smell must really not be good. This was thousands of years ago. At least 1,000. Boy. This is just like bags of bones at this point. More than anything. Fixer chilling up top. Maybe they can't smell, maybe. From the occupant attack? Not that occupant attack, but I'm talking like when Iris signed the pact with the occupants to kill everyone. This is that. I'm pretty certain. Unless she allowed some humans to live because she thought they were cool or something, but I don't think that's the case. Oh, I suppose that's true. The suits are airtight. Most likely, right? It's either that or the masks withhold a certain amount. Fixer, how did you get up there, girl? You are not easy to talk to up there. I guess I gotta be down here.
Good. You're here. We've got a couple things to do before everyone gets here.
What is all this?
This is a tomb.
I guess she didn't bury all of them.
Yeah, that's interesting. She did have a thought that she was trying to. Oh, the bodies are probably, well, not preserved, I would say. Do remember that our bodies are filled with a lot of bacteria. And they want to keep cooking even if we aren't. Just do remember that.
Yeah. Mom was never great with the details.
Yikes! Ooh!
I guess not.
No, without getting too gross about it, each one of these, if these are all completely airtight suits, each of these are most likely little terrariums inside of each one of these.
Secretary, I've brought up the CCTV database.
Their own little biospheres. They are. Let them cook. Let them cook.
I see it.
You can?
It's all electricity.
Manifest the database. I want you and Blue to comb the records.
Understood.
If everything Watcher said is true, anyways, just do it, okay?
What am I looking for?
I'm sure one of these dead assholes had full access. Find out which one and tell Healer.
Got it.
I'll get things ready here.
Good night, Crazy Midnight.
Blue, the records will appear as time indexes for your viewing pleasure.
Oh, how kind.
This is a difficult operation. I will need to borrow your memory to cache the representations. Please witness them so I can further translate the other data.
Congratulations. You've got new colors.
I'm a new watcher. Hooray! So is the game where to go up to each of these bodies and just kind of investigate them? Is that the idea?
Baby, what are you doing?
Is that a flashlight?
Keeping a light on. This way, Watcher can see where we are and find us.
Oh, no.
I don't want her to be lost. Can you do this for me, Blue? When the time comes? It would be awful to not know where you are. Can you do this for me?
Sure, I got you, BBF. Oh, no, we actually... Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I thought we had to keep digging around, but I guess not. Johnson the 50, baby!
All systems are green.
Excellent. We will see the sky again.
Yes, sir. I have no doubt.
You have a military background?
I do, sir.
Where were you stationed?
Edmonton, Canada.
A great tragedy. I'm sorry. I had friends from Edmonton.
A necessary sacrifice, they tell me.
Yes. More to come in a minute. Let's not delay.
Yes, sir. All systems are green.
Excellent. We will.
Yes, sir.
You have a
I do.
Where were you stationed?
This is
Edmonton,
actually
Canada.
interesting
Great
because
tragedy.
we,
I had friends from Edmonton.
A necessary...
Yes. More to come in a minute. Let's not delay.
Yes, sir.
This is interesting because we really didn't get a lot of the story from this side of the vision, right? We only ever got this part from Iris and what she saw through her time, but we never really got a chance to see how the other humans were doing relative to Iris.
Hey, you check out those theme parks they built for us?
Heck yeah, theme parks, let's go!
The city simulacra?
All Pacific themed. An Asian one, a Cascadia one, there's even a fake suburb.
Why would they do that?
They're afraid we'll go crazy.
And this is their solution?
Don't knock it till you try it. I had fun.
Maybe you've already gone crazy.
Maybe I showed up on this ship crazy.
Convenient.
Take a visit sometime.
You're right, though, Dwayne. Yeah, we did just get our answer as to whether or not Secretary can talk to the other sisters, and the answer is yes.
It'll remind you of home.
I don't need to be reminded.
So I was kind of hoping Secretary would take a moment to, like, you know, say, like, hey, I was there and I heard it all, too. Okay, who we all got here? We've got Mimi. Let's go. So these were the two that we knew about. Mimi the 50 and Johnson the 50.
You seem very fond of her. Well, she's a fine subject. You know, that radiant skin and hair that comes with youth. But will she cooperate? It'll take a bit of persuasion. Your forte. Exactly. You remember.
Mimi always gave me some
Girl.
concerns.
I'm always trying to forget.
Okay. So you have Asher, Isabel, Johnson, and Mimi. And who is this? Natasha the 50? George
I'm
the
not saying
50.
it, but Central has calculated our chances. It's a damn lottery. Why do you think there are 50?
Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, the 50 means that there are 50 of them. That has a certain simplicity to it that I appreciate.
They're hedging their bets.
It can't be that bad.
Well, you heard. They sent some craft into orbit. Bad news up there, too. Only way is down.
So in order to try to just continue humanity, they thought maybe they could send some humans up into space. But surprise, the occupants are there too. Hey, healer.
Talking to ghosts?
Yep.
Something like that.
Well, don't slow down for me. You've got a function to perform. Tell me which body, and I'll show you some magic.
You're more dangerous than you let on, aren't you?
Mimi died. It's true. You're right. Mimi died before that. Although I think maybe Iris was the cause of Mimi's death. I don't know if she directly killed her or indirectly, but it seemed like Johnson blamed her for it, right? One Saturday, can we have the Lego building stream, specifically the Zelda set? I don't own the Zelda set, but I guess if I can find it, maybe.
Oh, flattery at this hour? I like it.
What's in the box?
You'll see.
Healer, you're gonna like what you find inside of those bins, inside of those suits. It's out now, yes. I bet you it's also like $300. Knowing Lego and seeing the size of that kit, it's probs not that cheap. Sorry, I'm just looking around to see if there are any other spots with these dudes. I assume I'm just looking for glowing ones, like this one over here. I was hoping maybe holding down spacebar would give me a scan, but I guess not.
I'm not
Amelia.
good with enclosed spaces.
Oh, you're having a bad time then.
You're telling me this now?
Come on. We all had to cheat, lie, and steal our way onto this ship. What? You didn't lie? Jasper, I can smell the booze off you.
You can? Shh. So they aren't? they aren't airtight.
It just helps me focus. You won't tell anyone.
So long as you share.
Huh. All right, and now I have a chance to... Good estimate, it's $299.99. There we go. I love Lego, but I'm not sure if I love Lego that much. It's my biggest thing with Lego. I find it very frustrating how expensive it is. And for what? All right, Johnson, you got something?
Pacific 50 to Central 1. Reporting in. Ready on your mark?
Pacific 50, please respond. Central 1 to Pacific 50. Message received. Incoming video transmission.
Standing by.
Johnson, putting on a little weight, are you?
Thanks. What a way to start speaking with some of the only humans left alive.
Any updates?
You're not gonna like it.
Tell me anyway.
Those sick fuckers love suffering so much? Well, we're gonna put on the best show they've ever seen.
Suffering?
5 simultaneous, consistent shellings of our remaining most populated areas. We've already notified the cities. Good lead up, I'd say. People are running, sheltering, hiding, you name it. We'll prolong it as long as we can, make good cover for our descent.
Will it work?
I swear. Peas to honey. These monsters. They're already making their way there.
And the cities? Their names?
If you really need to know. What's left of Seattle, LA, New York, Toronto, Houston, the big ones, Johnson. The rest of the world is doing the same.
So the implication there is that they seem to believe or have an understanding that the occupants find themselves attracted to suffering, to strife. Is that the energy they receive, or is he just being glib? I can't tell. But either way, it sounds like this shelling is a distraction. Really, truly. And that's what they're trying to get. Is they're trying to distract them long enough to send all these into the Earth's deep into the Earth.
We'll have a memorial.
I wouldn't if I were you. Think happy thoughts. Don't tip your location.
Okay, they really are under the impression that it is about emotions.
Some old shit once called us the scourge of the Earth. They may have been right. Let's show them what a fucking scourge can do.
The simulations were promising.
Fake numbers always look good, don't they? Fingers crossed it won't be you.
Oh boy.
Fingers crossed.
Say hi to Mimi for me, will you? Central 1. Out.
Spin up for descent?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Fun. Wonderful. Any other conversations? No, it seems like they give us the next time as soon as we have received the relevant data. Says to communicate through memory is usually strong emotions make a memory more clear. Sure, possibly. Something to be said about the human condition, yada yada, social media, something something. Back down we go. Now, we don't know how much time is passing between each of these, right? We don't really have a good read on that. Nothing here. In a room for these streams? Yeah, no, these are pretty dark streams, to say the least.
We've been cleared for descent.
Now hear this, now hear this. This is a ship-wide transmission. Prepare for descent.
All stations secured and reporting in.
So this is just straight up immediately after that, right? Like the 16, 15, 14 feel like the course of like an hour or two.
Descend.
Descending. One 0 meters.
Maybe, miss. Maybe.
50 meters. 100 meters.
Surface activity?
No change detected.
150 meters. 250 meters.
Surface activity detected.
Brace. Brace. 500 meters. 600 meters, sir.
Pacific 48 has activated self-flooding.
Self-flooding. Uh-oh.
Pacific 42, 44, 45 self-flooding activated.
They're drowning themselves.
Occupants are changing trajectory.
That's 8,000 souls.
Destination reached. 1,000 meters, sir.
Communications coming in from Arctic 12, 14, descent confirmed.
Okay, so there are other groups actually out there in addition to this one.
Atlantic 29, 26, and 21, descent confirmed. Pacific 41, descent confirmed.
And the rest?
No word yet, sir.
Central 1?
Nothing yet from Central 1.
Honestly, that's more than I thought would make it. I really thought there'd be fewer, to be perfectly honest. This ship is Pacific 50, I think, yeah.
Did you figure it out?
Not yet.
Didn't bartender give you a sense of work ethic?
I'm just checking in with you, Fixer.
I thought you two were close. Bartender was a model slacker, and I learned from the best.
That's not the bartender I knew. Guess she changed with age.
Don't we all?
Well, you're with me now. Get on a fixer's schedule for once. And move it.
Okay. You don't have to yell.
So descent confirmed. Those ships are, it sounds like underwater to a certain extent, right? I don't think they could do underground necessarily. With the size of this ship.
It's hard to believe this place exists.
It would have to be like a water descent.
I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
Thank you, Marissa. BBF, do you want to talk anymore, girl?
Can you do this for me, Blue? It would be awful.
She is still having a bad time. She's allowed to, mind you. Just in case it sounds like I don't think she should, like, she's not allowed to be doing this. She is. Nobody upstairs. We're moving on.
It's been 24 hours. We can safely assume that only 7 of 50 facilities made their proper descent.
And they self-flooded those other facilities, presumably in an attempt to drag the occupants' attention towards them.
We can also assume Central 1 is down.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for Pacific 48 self-flooding, and then the others drowning like that.
Yes. It was the grueling anticipation of their own deaths that saved us.
That's rough.
An interesting strategy.
Those were people, Secretary.
Such trauma results in intensified memory collection. The occupants, we must have interpreted that as an act of communication.
Yikes.
Mimi, the work of you and your team, please commence immediately.
So that's the explanation there, I guess, is that trauma is a good builder of memory banks.
We must make their sacrifices worthwhile.
Leave it to me, Johnny. I got you.
How far can we? Well, we don't know what kind of build this thing has, Leolite. We're not presumably in a carbon fiber tank made by a bored billionaire. Presumably, this is made out of some pretty tough stuff, considering it's still here thousands of years later.
One more thing. This information stays with us. We need to keep our spirits high, lest we attract the occupants' attention. Not a single word to the rest of the crew. Do you understand?
As they're all standing around. I don't know if that is as powerful of a directive as you think it is, Johnson. People are going to start losing it almost immediately, I have no doubt. They're all trapped in a bunker. Presumably with the intent of just trying to find a solution. Now we go chat.
Have you seen the girl lately?
Iris?
She's got murder in her eyes. I don't blame her.
What is she going to do? She's a teenager.
Oh boy.
You don't have any children, do you?
Oh boy. What could she do? She's a teen.
Did you hear? There's been a wave of, people ending it.
It's been 5 years.
Okay, so 5 years from the initial descent.
We're not meant to be holed in like this.
There's plenty of space. They made sure of that. Buried space.
People need to touch grass.
They do. They so do. People aren't touching enough grass. I say this all the time.
Brought grass.
Well, glad I never have to worry about you.
We might end up like the rest of them, buried at sea.
They're monitoring surface activity 24/7. We're gonna be okay. Leadership said, think good, happy thoughts.
Oh yeah? Is that what you're doing?
I'm thinking about the last conversation my husband and I had.
Oh.
About fruit. We didn't know it would be our last.
Doesn't sound happy.
Well, he was good, and we were happy.
It's okay to have a mundane conversation as a memory. That mundanity within itself is a good memory.
Any results?
The last 5 clones had some interesting outcomes.
Okay.
Such as?
Good news. They're growing faster now, so we won't have to wait for them to get to their target age. We can also implant knowledge, language, motor skills, and so on. They'll come out immediately more useful.
So this is how they've been playing out to this, is that they initially they were just actual babies, I presume. And now they're like cloning him such that they are just turning into copies of Iris.
Bad news? They all still succumb to the sample of the disease.
Oh, boy.
Don't look so disappointed, Johnny. I won't settle for less than an exact copy.
And the child?
The backup? Just like a real human thing. Adorable. Everybody loves babies.
So they've been doing the rapid like kind of run of Iris, and then they've got like just a good old fashioned Iris clone cooking in the traditional way.
Except for Iris. Iris is not so smitten.
I imagine not.
I've spoken to Pacific 41. We've agreed that we will take an accelerated approach while they continue with caution. Your request for increased capacity has been approved. Don't waste it.
You know me, Johnny. I hate waiting.
I don't think it's the case, because I think the game would make a bigger deal about it. But they didn't force Iris to have a child, right? Right? That's definitely just like a more traditional clone where they're just waiting for her to kind of... waiting for this copy to just kind of cook normal. Like from the start instead of trying to expedite the process. Here's to hoping.
If I decide to be an idiot, then I'll be an idiot on my own accord.
Enough of the Bach quotes, Johann the 50.
What do you want?
So angry. Is this about your top performer not performing?
I wasn't made for this, Mimi. I know that now.
You should step aside.
That's what that's why I assume, Miss, because again, I feel like they would Iris would be more messed up than and would have been described as such, I think, at this point.
Who will take this? Who wants this? Tell me. You?
A change would be nice.
Say something useful or leave.
One of the clones has successfully entered their 3rd trimester. It's the furthest we've made it so far. It's worth celebrating.
If it fails, I don't want this branch going any further.
We've yet to try inseminating the original.
Okay, there it is. There's the bit that we were wondering about.
What? Iris? Out of the question.
We must exhaust all possibilities. It is our duty to those who gave their lives.
We've put her through enough.
Johann, weren't you from Toronto?
It does sound like the clones are having kids, though.
Can you do this for me? It would be all.
Okay. There may not be another well, nope, there's still someone over here maybe I should talk to. Yep, okay. They do let me skip past, even if I haven't talked to everyone in this group.
Asia Town.
It's good, right? I told you.
Yeah, it's nice. Artsy. My daughter would have loved it. It's good that she's gone. That she didn't have to see all this. It would have broken her little heart. Kids, you know?
They've got karaoke. Have you done the karaoke?
I don't sing.
That's besides the point.
You think karaoke is for people who sing?
Ben, you don't have to.
Come on, let's go. Make a night of it. You deserve joy. Your daughter would want that.
Let's see. George?
Another reduction. They're cutting down on lab-grown food this time.
Thank you for the follow, by the way.
The faster we solve this, the faster we can return to the surface.
Listen to yourself. Do you really think you're gonna live to see this? They're already training the next generation to replace Mimi. She's got her own little academy, and they each get their own Iris.
Oh boy.
They didn't call this a generation ship for kicks. I just want to eat steak. Is that so much to ask?
Can't tell, is he trying to hit on her? A little bit. But also, this is a generational ship, so... I mean... You know... I think that's the presumption, right? The game here is to preserve humanity in any which way you can. don't see anyone else to talk to. Did I talk to this one, Amelia?
Pacific 41
No.
blinked out yesterday.
What do you mean blinked out?
Cut all communications.
What?
Shh. Keep it down.
What happened over there?
I don't know. The last transmission we received? No words. Just screaming.
That's fun.
And then something worse. Say what you will about Iris.
Hold on, no, hold on. What's worse than screaming?
But at least her presence gives us hope.
Wait, hold on there a sec. You really let that one slip. What? Okay. Anyway, guess we're moving on. Silence, sure. That's probable.
I wanted to go.
Bridge crew has to stay behind. You know that.
Johnson got to go.
They're out of their minds, bringing Iris to the surface.
Okay, so this is the moment when Iris, I think that first communion that we did, right? I think that was this is now that time period.
Just because she asked?
It's reckless.
Wouldn't you want some fresh surface air?
Can't breathe it.
Feel a gust of wind? Touch some real grass, for fuck's sake?
Who says there's any grass left?
It's all because Mimi and Iris have gotten a little too close.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means. We've all seen them disappear together for hours.
Careful what kind of bullshit gossip you're spreading.
What?
Shit does spread around here.
Mimi and Iris? No.
We risked everything. Gave up everything to be here. For what?
For a goddamn clown show.
Sounds like a mutiny's approaching, eh? What if we find out through this that Iris didn't actually have that power? Or that everything collapsed before she even had an opportunity to kill them all? I don't know. I see what you mean, though, Miss. Yeah, I hope so as well. No, I think they're spreading rumors, but I'm under the impression that she's just a test subject to her. Something a little bit more cruel, but not like, but in just like a, I guess one would say a traditionally sadistic sort of way. Clinically cold, perhaps.
It's hard to believe this. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long.
All right, we got to find out. Something's going on. Platonic sadism. Yeah, it's just business. Exactly. You've got it. Let me zoom on up here. Okay.
That's it. It's over. We're stuck down here forever. We're doomed.
They're not doing great.
She'll live.
A stab wound like that?
She has to live. This can't all be for nothing.
We have contingencies. Mimi's not the only researcher here.
Here we go. Iris stabbed Mimi, didn't she? Perhaps at the school, for all I know.
Iris. That bitch needs to be put in her place.
Yep. She's being blamed for it, at least.
Sir.
Spit it out.
It's Mimi. She's in critical condition.
What?
Iris, You better get over there.
Where's over there, I wonder? Summarize the area's plot so far? This is a ship. Yeah, I'm going to say this is a ship that was sent by some sort of world government, let's say, or last contingent of society, really. That was sent to the depths of the ocean to try to make a last-ditch effort to preserve humanity. Along on board with these 50 survivors was Iris, and they were doing experiments upon her that seemed to not go too well. Including, of course, the endless cloning of Iris that brought us to where we are in society today. I don't see anything else, so we're moving along. That person's standing on top of the glass. And I'm sure not for long. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at this. Everybody's running. Well, almost everyone. Some people are content just to watch. Or maybe frozen. I don't know. That's a little presumptuous, I suppose.
Some fresh air. Just some wind against my face.
Oh, God.
Amelia, no!
We're quickly approaching the present. Oh, no. You know, sometimes these are big time skips. Sometimes they're not.
No.
I don't think we get a chance to talk to Amelia again. If you think yeah, no, I do think the pandemic was bad. But also, this is world ending here. The pandemic can still be bad and not be this, just to be clear. If this is here, we're all dead. You think any of us made it on the 7 remaining live ships in the ocean if something of this scale happens? We're all gone. All of us. Every last one. We don't make it on. We don't get to be the 50 that lose their minds 1,000 meters below the ocean. Nah, not me. I'm better. Maybe even better than the gods. I'm built different.
Medic. Someone. Get a medic.
Amelia, come on. Stay with us. Amelia.
That is true. Iris very specifically was built different. We don't know why yet, though. Interestingly. Huh.
Can you do this for me? It would be awful.
That's a little spooky. I don't think anyone else has anything to say in this moment. Moving right along. I don't think they were before, but I now believe everyone's carrying guns. I think that's a new development of people down in this ship.
I've revoked Johnson's biometrics and assigned administrative access to my retinal scans.
Oh, George took over.
Now hear this. Now hear this. All crew and personnel return to their quarters immediately and await further instructions.
Some words of encouragement I suppose I could provide, if you so desire. These words of encouragement are called honoring ideas. When an idea comes to me, I honor it by doing my best to bring it into being. Ideas are like children, and I proudly nurture them, knowing they'll grow and develop and eventually make their way out into the world without ever really acknowledging how much time/money/love I shelled out for them. Hey, who was it? Whose idea was it to have these ideas anyway?
We've secured the food production.
Setting course to the last known position of Pacific 41.
We're getting a transmission from Pod 3.
Who is it?
It's Johnson.
On speaker.
George. Natasha. What are you doing?
Straight up mutiny.
Please, cooperate. We don't want any bloodshed.
You do not want this job. Trust me.
Mimi is dead. The research is going nowhere. We need to link up with the surviving fleet. Find another way.
I'm telling you, stop now, or else there's no turning back.
Wait, didn't they say that they lost connection with where that Pacific 41 went silent? That's not going to do anything for them.
Natasha, end transmission.
All right, George. Which one of these bodies is you?
Okay, so yep, George took over. George and Natasha. He was hitting on Natasha before. So the two of them are now in charge of this ship. Interestingly, meaning this isn't where Johnson isn't among these bodies. Critically, in fact, Johnson is not amongst these bodies. I think that's an interesting point. Asher.
Stay back. You wouldn't dare. Watch me.
I don't know. Oh, I do know this, Benjamin.
Return to your quarters, please.
Have you lost your mind?
Benjamin. Or George.
What the hell are they doing?
Oh, God.
Stop!
It seems like maybe this bloodless revolution wasn't as bloodless as they had hoped. Oh, this ended quick. Well, we know all these bodies now.
I said, stay back.
So none of these were killed by Iris. These were all self-inflicted. This is almost Obra Dinn-esque now, you know what I mean? Which bullet killed which man? So now they're down to what? 4, 5 people maybe? Criminy. This one's not far from I figure where they end up. In fact, you'll notice almost all of these folks are now standing where there are bodies. Right here. Over there. Boy, I don't like that. I like it, but I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I really don't like it. It feels very faded, doesn't it?
Can you do this for me, Blue? It would be off.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We never should have survived.
Outer Wilds, MJ Evans. Yeah.
They wouldn't back down.
And Disco. Don't forget Disco.
You moron.
If you don't have the stomach for this, step aside.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
Like, my dudes, there are 6 of you left. Potentially only 6 people left of all of humanity. And you're like, yeah, let's just gun them all. It'll be fun. It'll be neat. I really, I don't like that. I don't like them gathering around her light. It's making me nervous. Red alert. Red alert. Oh. Oh. I get it now. I understand it now. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. Because if you don't, they'll find you too.
Brace! Brace!
What's going on?
That's the surface activity alarm.
We fucked up.
Yeah, you think?
And now they've come for us.
You think you messed up, sir? And there they go. Finishing him off. Well, we found which one was George.
This is the one. Thanks, Iris.
Hey! Talk to all recordings of the 50.
The suits have preserved their bodies remarkably well.
Yeah?
Healer will have something to work with.
Ugh.
Come on, let's go tell her.
Great. Fantastic. Very excited for this autopsy.
Are you ready for me?
They found the body.
Good girl. A+. All the stars.
Thank you.
Anything else of interest?
I enjoy praise.
There was a massacre. 2 of them gunned down a whole group.
Hello, Nene Kusanagi. You have a joke. All right. I'm receptive to it. However, if I deem it unfunny, you're banned. You think I'm playing? This is your shot. Do or die. You ready for that?
Not a good look. But who are we to judge? We're on our own path to blood. Show me.
No, I do this anytime someone's like, I've got a joke. Because a lot of the time, I fear that people coming in here, like, it's a joke. And then it's going to be like, I don't know, racist or about dead babies or some such. And I'm not in for it. I have no time for it. I have no patience for it. If you just said the joke, I wouldn't set up this proposition. But if you tell me, if you set me up to the idea that you're going to be funny in a moment, you got some shoes to fill.
Well, well. This is our lucky specimen?
That's him. Are you gonna show me your magic trick?
You give a little, you get a little. After the whole ordeal, with Watcher refusing one of Fixer's eyes, I started growing some.
Ah, that's not fun. Want to know about the Packer Eagles game? No, I do not. In fact, I don't even want to know anything if you can help it, because I have it paused on my other monitor from like the end of the first quarter, and I intend on watching it afterwards. But I'm hoping good stuff. I paused it right after the first touchdown that the Packers got. So that's all I know. That's all I know. No more.
A hobby that became a bit of an obsession.
You've been carrying around a pair of eyes?
Oh, a few more than a few.
You know, maybe we should have left her. On second thought. No, I appreciate that, Darth, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully, and again, don't tell me, but hopefully things are good.
We've been cloning for time immemorial, but we've never pursued a more permanent manipulation of the recipe.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Why? Wouldn't you want improved eyesight? Increased muscular strength? Extra lung capacity?
That'd be kind of handy. You wouldn't believe how many times I've had to redo a take on my audiobooks because I ran out of air.
So who's this guy? What's his name?
George.
Let's make these eyes look just like George. Take those eyes over to Fixer.
I see what she's doing.
She can give them a whirl.
Retinal scan.
Let's hope it works.
Go on. I'm going to poke at this body some more.
Sure.
Such judgment.
Yes!
Watcher really did rub off on you.
Such judgment. What happened? Did you grow morals? Ugh.
Can you do this for me? It would be off.
She's still going. Yeah, I suppose swimmer lungs, you can really develop some pretty hefty air. Swimmers and tuba players. A part of it, obviously, too, is just kind of being naturally predisposed, but you can also build it, certainly, over time. Where's Fixer? Sorry, I got distracted. There she is. My bad. That said, we did need healers' work in order to get these eyes, so that's fine. That is true, though. This is not only the first time healer has seen a different human, but has seen a male human. I'm sure I'm sure she has a lot of varying interests in dissecting that thing.
All right, here goes nothing. The retinal scans are confirmed. No way. I've been dreaming about this for years.
Years?
Navigation, propulsion, energy distribution.
Oh, we're doing it. What's Mickey Mouse's favorite sport? I don't know. What? Mini golf. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Fixer.
Life support, climate control, contingencies, it's all here.
Fixer.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Our guests are here.
Oh, the rest of the round table. All right.
Blue, go and greet them.
Me.
You know them, and they know you.
I know what they were doing, Sarah. It works. I'm into it. You have to understand the actual joke within this like high stakes joke bit that I do is essentially all I'm looking for is not some humor that just punches down at people. That's all I need. If it's a silly little pun, I'm into it. It's great. That's all I need. I just need it to be something good.
What are you gonna do?
Doesn't even need to be that funny.
I just need a bit more time. I'll explain later. Trust me, okay? Go, please. And not a word about Watcher yet. Got it?
I get it.
None
You're
of
not ready for
stuff
that.
He told us. Let's keep that to ourselves.
No.
You better have something good.
Don't worry. I do.
Is this the end of the chapter?
Keep them
No.
busy for us.
I'll do what I can.
I'll be watching your back. We're not losing anybody else today.
I get you. Okay, who do we all have here? A meeting of, let's see, we've got Zhao's. Sorry, I just enjoy Zhao's with assault rifles. We got the Zhao's. We've got the older sisters. We've got Chris. And I think these are the zealots. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a chat.
Oh, look who it is. Our brave little miscellaneous.
I'm taller than you.
That's what's wrong with you Iris types. Always looking down on us.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone for that one immediately there, Blue.
Cherry saved me. She didn't have to, but she did. I owe her my life.
Cherry. She was always a romantic. You need to make her sacrifice count.
We're trying. What a wild ending to this. Could you, like, at the beginning of this game, could you imagine us being here? When we first get introduced to Zhao as, like, this awkward high school girl, and now we have 3 of them, and 2 of them are guarding one of them with assault rifles? Oh, yeah, that's an interesting question.
If Watcher was alive, whose body was that at the garden center?
Is that what you want to know?
They must have stuffed some poor shell and dressed her up.
That's horrible.
It is.
You Iris types don't even know your own capacity for cruelty.
It's what I kind of assumed, but yeah. I just felt that orange soda was a fantasy. It's pretty good. What do you want?
What do you want from all this?
We want reparations for all that ancient Iris did to ancient Zhao. She was a shitty friend. We want control of the other side to govern and operate as we please.
Ah!
We want control of our own creation. No more printing unless we say so.
A sovereign Zhao state. I'm in for it. That's fun. That's different. That's neat.
And we're not wearing these stupid uniforms anymore.
I'm surprised you're still wearing them now.
How do you know about the past?
Secretary came to us.
Oh.
A communion?
No, I can only interface with Iris descendants. In this case, the distance was too great between host and guest.
So you just told them.
So instead, I gave a grand oration.
Good job, Secretary.
It was Watcher's idea.
Secretary told us the whole story. We thought we were made to serve Iris types. They gave us life.
No, you know that Iris was terrible to Zhao's.
But after everything we learned, Zhao was a whole person in her own right.
Of course.
She deserved better. And we're gonna make that a reality, even if it kills us.
Sometimes Zhao's story feels a little bit connected to like I get a Scott Pilgrim vibe sometimes out of Zhao, and specifically Knives Chow. In that the original Scott Pilgrim didn't really give her a chance to be like her own character, but the new series allowed her to be someone independent of Scott. Just as we kind of find ourselves now, the Zhaos have an opportunity to be their own, their own being beyond what their relationship to Iris or Irises are.
We're only here out of respect for Watcher. She set us on the path for justice, and we owe her for that. But Fixer and her lot, we're moving forward, with or without them.
I get that.
I want you to know I'm sorry. Sorry for everything Iris did to Zhao. Sorry for everything my kind has done to yours. I want to make it right for you and for the others. I owe that to Cherry.
Actions, not words, miscellaneous.
I get you.
Prove it to us.
I get it. I understand. Like if of all the groups here, I feel like the Zhaos have the greatest claim. They have smart goals, okay? They've got a thing that they want. I think it's reasonable. It is specific. It is targeted, and it has a timetable of now. They've got it figured out, and I want them to succeed.
Kid, I'm glad to see you. I imagine bartender never wanted you to be blown to pieces. I'm relieved.
Like, I'm on Team Zhao more than any of these other groups. I obviously feel some camaraderie to these old shells because we made friends with them for a long time, but...
It's strange to see BBF again. And Healer. Fixer. Ghosts of the past. I guess that's how everyone else sees us.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfair.
What's fair and what's true? What's more important?
If you've given up already, why are you here?
I haven't given up. You kids don't stop to think sometimes. Age gives you more ways to look at things. Enough time to make mistakes. Not be so full of bluster.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people just want us to crawl down a dark hole and disappear. But we've still got some dignity left, and we'll fight for it.
So, what do you want for yourselves?
We want safety and acknowledgement for all we've contributed through the transition, through the founding of the provisional government. Maybe not everything needs to change so quickly. Maybe there's something you can learn from us.
I mean, I kind of see these shells as pretty similar to the rogue functions, right? I mean, are they all that different from Fixer, BBF, and Healer at this point?
This is what Bartender would have wanted.
I wouldn't have made it without her.
Remember that. Hold it tight. She left something behind in you. We don't have to cut all ties with the past, even if we made mistakes then.
Yeah, and all they're essentially looking is, hey, can we stop dying? That would be pretty cool. If we could just stop dying, you give us a second to kind of like at least impart some sort of wisdom. I think that's reasonable enough.
Hey, Blue.
Hey, miscellaneouses.
Chris?
You lived. I have to say, I'm surprised.
Is the umbrella like a metaphor or like, you know, like a sign of the Hong Kong rebellions, or is it just to make them look cooler? I can't quite tell.
How did you get here?
We all have our ways, but you can't imagine what some of those Reds would do for a scrap of food.
I still love that the miscellaneous like drug trade is just food.
Or maybe you can. I'm glad you're alive, Blue. I really am. We can finally take Old Town for ourselves.
I kind of wish, I know this sounds silly, but I kind of wish the kingpin of the food empire was just like really fat. Like all of these are like extraordinarily slim like women, right? But I would love it if the kingpin was just like this like 200 pound, no, not 200 pound, 300 pound just giant amongst them.
Is that what you want?
Isn't that what we've always wanted? For us miscellaneous to carve our own path?
Kind of high in your own supply energy?
To live without their expectations?
The bomb was your idea.
Fixer, she doesn't know what it's like to be us.
Mm-hmm.
They had everything, and we have nothing to lose. Yes, the bomb was my idea.
Honestly, Montara, I was thinking of King, like Spider-Verse Kingpin. Yeah, pretty much. It's all about the Mets, baby. The Mets. Let's go the Mets. It's not always about money, Spider-Man. Sometimes it's also about a delicious fruitcake.
And me. Was I always part of the plan?
No. But I knew. It was only about time. If they kept pressing on our necks long enough, something was going to snap.
Yeah?
I never wanted it to be you. But who was I to refuse?
I was angry.
And you had every right to be angry. We all did. You're the best of us. You did what others were too afraid to do. You're a hero, Blue. Don't forget that.
I mean, it killed a lot of people.
Where's Mauve?
Who?
The guard in white.
The High Minister's pet, you mean?
Yep.
She broke off from us.
How could you work with her? She and her kind killed Bartender.
That makes me nervous that Mauve isn't here.
It was a relationship of convenience. Surely there will be more.
You'll do anything, won't you?
You and I are similar in this way. That's why I always liked you.
And what now? You here to kill them? Fixer, Healer, and BB?
It depends. I'm here to give them one last chance.
Mm-hmm.
If they have something to offer, I'm willing to listen. What do you think? Fixer and the rest, are they trustworthy?
I think this is fair.
They've had some challenges, but they're ready to go now. Give them a chance to help.
Thank you, Blue. I'll keep that in mind.
We'll see if they actually do.
You didn't burn after all.
No, sorry. I know that's a disappointment to you.
It would have been more glorious.
Yeah.
You're cursed now to live with the consequences.
Hooray!
Yeah, lucky me.
I want to introduce you to someone. This is Other Iris.
I noticed that she is never quite touching the ground, or at least standing on her tiptoes like a T-Rex.
Sister, it is good to meet you.
She doesn't look that special to me.
Her significance is hidden in plain sight. But I assure you, she's an exact genetic match. The perfect copy.
What makes you think that?
You can ask Healer to verify.
And what do you want?
It's not what I want. We follow in her footsteps.
I know, this feels a little cult-like.
Okay, Other Iris, what is it that you want?
I was reborn into this body, forced to live a new life in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
What I know of my past self, she stood above the rest of you. I do not want that. I want to stand beside you.
This is the one that I trust the least. I don't know, man. Iris was not really that special, other than being immune from the virus. I don't think I want that.
Okay.
We need a figurehead, someone to be above these conflicts, someone to remind us to be our better selves.
We have more followers than you think. They are not naive. They've experienced this time after the All-Mother. Some prefer this new way of life.
We simply want to organize in the open without prosecution.
That's a fascinating concept there, actually, Boyer. Yeah, take off the mask. If she's a perfect copy, take off the mask.
So we can practice our ways. A fixer, a healer, a bang-bang fire, a knower, and a watcher ascendant.
And those who don't follow you?
They are free to choose, of course. But if they need guidance, we will be there for them.
I don't like 'em.
You pass through fire, Miscellaneous. Have an open mind.
What I find frustrating about this, for certain, is that they're not wrong that they are probably a contingent of people that could help out with this. I know. They're building a religion around somebody who did not deserve it. You know what I mean? The watcher, the bang bang fire, the knower, all of those things were built around a lie created by principle. It means nothing. I'm going to say fine, because I'm supposed to placate these people. I'm not going to kick them out.
I'll try.
That's all we ask.
Hey.
That's all I'm just going to make sure that I do there, because, yeah,
Listen up. Fixer is ready for you. Leave your arms outside, and no sudden movements. I'm watching you.
Well, BBF cleaned up well enough, at least.
You're out of your mind.
You want to summon an occupant?
Yep.
We saw your train burning on the tracks.
A mass communion. Is it possible?
I was going to say, they're a fan of that one.
Just shut up and listen.
You never like listening to others.
Aw, look who's all grown up.
Fixer, please. Continue.
I don't need your permission, Mom.
So she does know that one. All right. I was wondering.
Don't speak to her like that.
Hey, watch your step.
Boy, this doesn't seem to be going well. And also, why was she allowed to bring her umbrella? That thing does look dangerous.
All right. Calm down. Just everyone calm down. I've had a bad day. Please don't make it worse.
Look, I get it. We were slow and you decided to go on without us. Fair game. But we're here now. We're ready to contribute. This mass communion, whatever you want to call it, gives us a chance to set things straight. No more living in the dark. Everyone will see what happened for themselves. It's what Watcher wanted.
It's true. It's genuinely, it was her last wish. We heard it from her ourselves.
The Jows support this. You all need to see what the All-Mother was really like.
This is interesting because the Zhaos got the story the old-fashioned way. They already know, right? The rest of these people have not gotten the whole story.
You too, make-believe, Iris.
Does it matter, her disposition? She gave us life.
You might be curious. Curious to see how you feel after all that.
Not exactly. Small detail, but we're cloned from Principal's hair.
Yeah.
Sacrilege.
You speak of the false prophets! You shall die.
The truth is ugly. I know.
Sisters need to see how Watcher was set up, how Principal betrayed us.
But we do know that, actually. Yes, it is true. Because Principal's, aka the youngest, has had to do all these clones herself, independent of Iris.
I don't care who did what or when. I want a better life for Miscellaneous today.
God, I love how much she just got taken down a notch, though. Because it's absolutely true. I forgot about that. She's a clone of a clone at best.
Well, there's more.
Do you think if she must have like the most bopping calves in existence for her to constantly stand like that, right? Like her legs must be 200% muscle.
This is our known world. Small, isn't it?
That's everything, huh? That's pretty cool.
We're sitting deep underwater in what they used to call the Pacific Ocean. We've been trapped down here and it's starting to show.
So we've not been underground, we've been underwater.
Multiple systems are breaking down. I don't know how much time we have left. The cloning machines are run past their capacity. Any day now they'll go down for good.
The stillborns.
Exactly. But this thing, our home, they called it a generation ship. It can move, it can surface. Look, if we stay down here, we'll end up like those ancient douchebags.
Dead.
You mean we don't have to live with your lot?
I mean, who knows what's up on the surface, though?
What the hell are we waiting for?
It's not so easy. I need a group of sisters to go down to propulsion and bring the ship back up to speed. Hard to do while on the run.
Right.
Extra hard with the Red Guard on our backs.
You were always obsessed with the surface.
Listen to me. There's a whole planet out there, and we've been cut off from it. Isolated, suffocating each other. We need to go up for air.
So you can tell us how to live in another place?
I don't think you know, but the Earth is really big. You could go like a really long way and then we'd never see each other again.
If we can't solve this down here, we won't be able to solve it up there.
I'm just saying, there's a lot more land.
And the occupants? It's not safe on the surface.
That is what I've been more concerned about.
That's where Blue comes in.
Wait, am I stepping in for new Iris? Is that my charge? I don't like that.
Blue is the one thing we all have in common. Thanks to Watcher, she's seen more than all of us. She's proven herself to you, hasn't she? She knows what's at stake, and she's willing to do what it takes.
Yeah, excuse me, I was the one who's, come on, I set up the bomb and everything.
Blue, you'll be the host of this communion.
Right.
Gain the favor of the occupants. Use their power.
To eradicate the Red Guard. That's what we're all thinking, isn't it?
We don't even know if this will work. There must be some other option.
We could do it the old-fashioned way. We could march on the orchard, try to take them one by one.
I don't think that's going to go well for us.
Last time I checked, we're outnumbered and outgunned.
We're outnumbered. We're outgunned.
How many more of us need to bite it?
What about the High Minister?
Nowhere's trapped. Playing both sides.
Right.
I don't care about that. Will she concede?
Without any, I mean, without a military force, what can she do?
She's done more to help us than you know.
Right? Like, what could Noah do at that point?
I don't know what she'll do.
Then she needs to go as well.
No, not an option.
Nowhere did nothing as they picked us off. In our rooms, on the streets.
We are not giving up on Nowhere.
BB, stop. She knew this was coming.
The High Minister needs to answer for her part in this.
I kind of agree.
Do you understand, Blue?
Enough. I don't care which one of you Iris types lives or dies.
You Iris types all look the same.
How are we going to do this?
We need to get to those other familiars.
Yeah, we do. Actually, we're all clones.
One is with Principal.
And her Jow has the other.
I can confirm they're both situated in the office, treating their wounds.
But they've tripled the
She has her own
guard count
Jow?
since the explosion, especially around the elevator.
Sorry, I don't think I picked that up. She has her own Jow?
Well, who said we needed to get inside the office?
I
What?
hate this already.
Uh-oh. They said that earlier. I did not pick up on that. I'm sorry. I kind of like this. I like this heist movie at the end here.
What do you mean you can't find her?
I'm ready for the heist.
She was here a moment ago.
I searched everywhere.
Look again.
I can't believe you lost her Jow.
Yes, High Minister.
She is dangerous. She needs to be found.
Oops! Hold on. What was the plan there? Hold on. What was the plan there? We're just falling. Okay, then. And on that bombshell, good night. Right? I think this sets us up for a good finale next time, right? Cunning, Darth, Frosty, if you're out there, who, not a cliffhanger, we already fell off the cliff. Okay, yep, so we'll finish this up, friends, Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, to see what exactly their plan is with all of this. What do you mean inside? We're just going to blow up the sky. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. God, sometimes they give us like almost too much information, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I slap up like context and world building like a thirsty dog, but like how little information we got there was kind of grand in its own way. Just straight cut from, oh, I got a plan. Anyway.